Hello students, this is Nitya Priya. Even today we are going to see the first rich web control, which is ad rotator control. So previously we saw the web controls or web server controls like toolbox, label, buttons, radio button, checkbox, list box, drop down list, etc. Right? So in this second unit we are going to discuss two rich web controls, namely ad rotator control and calendar control, and this is your first rich web control, just ad rotator control, right? And these are the contents of our presentation. First we see about ad rotator control, then we see the properties of the control, then we see a small coding example for rendering this ad rotator control, right? So what is this ad rotator control? Ad rotator control is a special control which is only available in ASP.NET to create an effective web application, right? So ad rotator is actually to create advertisement files, okay? In a single ad rotator control we can portray number of advertisements and the number of times the advertisement should be displayed will be depending upon the property that we set, okay? So how many times you want to be that advertisement to be appear, that many times it can be appearing on the screen. So we can set the timing and the frequency of the advertisement also. So these are the specialities of ad rotator control. So this control is capable of displaying ads randomly, right? Okay. So this is the syntax, this is the coding by which we can create ad rotator control. ASP, and this is the code behind, as you know, right? So when we give ASP colon, this code behind, right? When we put the control on the screen, this code will be automatically created. So how it look? It will look ASP colon ad rotator space property name equals property value, and so on. How many properties we give, that many properties will be displayed with its property value. It is a name value pair. Okay, finally we close the tag ad rotator, right? And these are the properties of ad rotator control, namely advertisement file, keyword filter, and target. Okay, so firstly it is advertisement file. Advertisement file is it is a XML file. It is a well formed XML file, and we'll see how it looks, right? So it is a well formed XML document that contains all the information about the advertisement to be displayed. Okay, when I click on the file, when I click on the advertisement control, this particular XML file will run, and whatever is there in this XML file will be just executed, and the result will be it will be shown, right? So this is the syntax of the advertisement file. Firstly, the container is advertisements. See, right? This is an advertisement file, and the container is advertisements, right? Okay, so the next container is ad is opened and ad is closed at last, you see, right? So inside ad we have image URL, navigate URL, alternate text, keyword, and impression. We'll see each and everything in detail, right? Okay, so as you know, advertisement file, it must be formed in a well established XML document. Whenever I click on the control, only this XML file, which is code behind, will run. Okay, so these are the elements of the advertisement file. I'll show you, and these are the things we are going to discuss: image URL, navigate URL, alternate text, keyword, and impressions we see here, right? What about image URL? It is the URL of the image to be displayed, okay, on the advertisement. Whichever image is going to come, that image URL is called as image URL, that will be given on that particular attribute, right? And navigate URL is when I click on the advertisement image, to which page is going to move, okay? So that is the destination files URL called navigate URL. Alternate text, if not the advertisement file is not displayed for some reasons, this alternate text will be displayed. So this we know, all in all the things using hyperlink, images, only this will be used. If particular thing is not displayed, the alternate text will come on the screen, right? And keyword is optional. If you want to render something, for example, if you want to give an advertisement for any baby product, the keyword can be baby products. Okay, so that is how the keyword is used, and that's an optional parameter, right? And impressions says how many number of times the particular advertisement has to be displayed. Okay, in ad rotator control we know we can display many number of advertisements. So that particular advertisement has to be rendered how many times, that is given in impressions element. The next one is keyword filter. Keyword filter is the word which is used to refer the particular advertisement. Okay, so this keyword filter allows the control to display the ads that match the given keyword. I said no, for baby products we can give the keyword as baby, right? So that is that. Then target is the rendering of advertisement. Okay, so the target property specifies the name of the browser window or frame in which the advertisement needs to be displayed. Where or in which browser window it has to be displayed is set by the target. Okay, target parameter, right? So target has different values. The first one is top, so it will be displayed on the top of the window. Then blank, if it is blank, it loads the document to a new browser window, not in the current window, to the new window it will be displayed. Okay, so self, it loads the document in the same window. Okay, this opposite to blank. Then parent is when it is loaded, the linked document will be just displayed on the parent window of the current window, right? So this is about target, right? Then how it is rendered, you just see the file, this is the code behind. Okay, we need not print it, we need not type it. When we create an ad rotator control on the screen, that is when we create the ad rotator control on the design view, this coding will be automatically created. So this is called as code behind. Okay, when we click on the design source view, we can see this coding, right? Okay, and we are going to see an XML file, namely ads.xml, right, where we are going to put two advertisements and we'll see the coding of that. See, advertisements, the container is advertisements. See the top, this advertisements. See, the advertisements is closed here. I just moved to the next slide. Okay, and this is the slide in which the coding is starting. Okay, see, advertisements, ad in, this is one ad. See, one ad is open and an ad is closed. So this is the first advertisement and this is the second advertisement. Okay, so within this advertisements container there are two ad elements. Okay, so what is there inside this ad? Image URL, navigate URL, alternate text, impressions and keyword, all the properties that we have discussed for an advertisement. So everything is filled. In image URL we have given an URL, we have given the URL of the image. The navigate URL, we have given the URL. Then alternate text, if not the image is displayed, this particular text will get displayed. The impressions, how many number of times it has to appear, so that we give. Then keyword. Okay, this is an optional one. Then this is the second advertisement, and the image URL here it is moon jpg. Then we have given the navigate URL, then alternate text, impressions, keyword, everything we give. Then at last we close ad and advertisements, right? I hope you understand the coding. When we render the coding, when we execute it, this particular result will be given on the screen, browser window, right? And that is all about ad rotator control. I hope you understand this. So this is the first rich web control, ad rotator control. Using ad rotator we can create advertisements in number of advertisements we can create. Okay, and we saw how it has to be rendered using an XML file, and what is the content advertisements, and what is about ad. Okay, different type of advertisements can be given in ad, right? And we also saw the code behind of the ad rotator control. And thanks for watching. I'll meet you in the next rich web control, which is calendar control. Thank you.